Good morning.
Well, it's my fourth week here in Istanbul, in Turkiye. They say Turkiye, and they want you to say Turkiye too. So here in Turkiye, and today we're gonna eat 3 square meals. Well, we'll have a light breakfast, we'll get some coffee, and we'll see how expensive it is or how cheap it is. And maybe we'll be surprised how much or how little I spend. By the way, I do have another video where I was walking around and seeing some of the sights here in Istanbul. So if you want to see that one and explore more of Istanbul, I'll put that video in the comments and in the description. Here we are at our first destination. Merhaba.
Selamünaleyküm.
All right, well, here it is. We get this delicious coffee. It's $1.29. It comes with the water. It comes with a little chocolate, which is customary. The shopkeeper here, he wrote down a word on this napkin and he gave it to me. He said, "Komşu, komşu." And it means neighbor when he asked me where I was from. So I said, US. I said, "Oh, komşu, komşu." So if you've ever had Turkish coffee before, you'd probably know it's quite strong. And then you get to the end of the coffee, the grounds are in the bottom. You don't have to drink that. You don't have to do anything with it. Just leave it there. They give you some water to kind of rinse out your mouth in case you get any of those grounds in there. Oh, the owner here, komşu, yes. Thank you. All right. Teşekkürler. There we go. So we just got a coffee from that guy. Nice guy who told me we're neighbors. Well, it's a nice way to start the day. I feel good. And the coffee was good. The little chocolate was good. It's a nice little shop on the corner, which I've walked by probably couple dozen times, so it's nice to go in there and make some friends, make some neighbors, learn some words. Well, let's continue. We're gonna get another coffee over here, so we'll get 2 Turkish coffees, so I'll be pretty wired after that. So far we've spent $1.29. So we passed by a little mosque on our way, and that's another word that I've learned, and I would want to pronounce the word as Sami, but I just put it into translate. It's Jami. So that's, I guess, how you say mosque in Turkish, or it's close to how you would say it. This whole area that I'm walking through now with all these little restaurants and stuff, of course it's way busier during dinner time. Oh look, here's our next destination. Just kidding. One more store down. So you can get a bardak chai, right? This symbol here is a CH sound in their alphabet. Their alphabet has 29 characters. You can get that for 20 Turkish lira. And then here's the coffee. So you get a classic coffee, 40 lira. Here you can get a nice hamburger for 150. Cheeseburger, 165. Just a hard-boiled egg, 20 lira. So I think I'm gonna get 2 eggs and a classic coffee. I'm already feeling a little wired from my first coffee, so this will just pour gasoline onto the fire. And I'll be ready for the next challenge. So the coffee here is 40, at the other place it was 35. This place has a little better atmosphere, a little better location. Of course, as always, it's the nice and strong Turkish coffee. This place is also right next to the bus stop. The bus and the tram, by the way, it's really easy to use. You can just go in there. There's a credit card sensor as soon as you get into the bus. And at the tram, there's a credit card sensor before you get into the boarding area, let's call it. And it costs like 30 lira for a ride, which is about $1.10. And it can be even cheaper if you get the actual Metro card. And then I think it's even half the price of that. So about 15 lira. Oh, by the way, I thought that the place I was just at cost 80 lira, but he told me it was 70, and I told him no, that's wrong. And then he said, well, the menu is wrong, so he only charged me 70 lira. Also, by the way, they do have tipping here. It's about 10%. And just to give you an idea of where my neighborhood is, it's about a 15-minute tram ride on the T1 tram from one of the main areas, Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia. So we're a little outside of the super touristy area, which is obviously going to make the price of food a little cheaper. Recapping, it was 2 eggs, 2 coffee, 2 pieces of chocolate, 2 waters, and so far the total is at 105 Turkish lira, which is just under $4. And just in case you've noticed, if I'm talking a little bit faster than normal, it's, well, yeah, those coffees. I'm kind of wired. So there's one thing that I have to do right now, and it's go to the gym. Overall, the gym gets the job done, which is the main thing. But I was complaining in my other video, I don't understand why these gyms play the music so loud. Most of us have headphones. Also, the lockers don't work. You can't fit a standard size padlock in the locker. So most of them are just unlocked all the time. And also they only have 1 leg machine, which is for leg extension and leg curl. So that's a pretty big bottleneck, especially given the size of this gym. Like I said, I've been able to make it work, so that's the main thing. After working on my legs, now we're gonna go get something to eat here. The first time I found this place, I had just gotten done working out, and it was one of my first days here. I didn't even know where any of the food was. I didn't know where the grocery store really was, and I hadn't found any good restaurants. I just happened to walk past this place, and I saw that they had rotisserie chicken, and it turned out to be really, really good. Tavuk, that's chicken, so chicken service. We're gonna get half a chicken for 80 lira. And then if you want a full chicken, it's 160 Turkish lira. And they pretty much brought it to me right as I sat down. I got this lentil soup. The bread comes with. And so yeah, it's chicken, and then this is maybe farro, and then I got a salad. Everything's just ready to go as soon as I come in. The salad's good. It's basically tomatoes and onions and some cucumbers, maybe some peppers here, and then kind of a vinaigrette. And the soup is good. It almost tasted like a little bit of spice right away. Not too much, but more than you might expect for just regular lentil soup. When I was here the first time, I asked for a water. He goes, water? Water. And he goes, oh, water, water. So if you come here, you might have to ask for a water. Or if you want to say it in Turkish, you'd say su, which is pretty easy. And now I'm just gonna finish my lentil soup. The only slight criticism that I have is the bread. It's not exactly the freshest, like maybe it's a day old, maybe 2 days old in some cases. So believe it or not, it's $5.35 for all that. We had a salad, we had half of a chicken, we had farro rice, we had a lentil soup, and also a water. And then with the bill, he gave me a little bit of these herbs called karafi, I think. You're supposed to chew on them and then spit them out and to freshen your breath. I'm pretty full after that, and my breath is pretty fresh because you saw it. It was almost like these little branches or whatever. Just chewed on that for a couple minutes and then spit it out. So now we got to do a side quest called going to the laundromat. And then after that, I guess it'll be dinner time, even though I just ate that chicken. I'm not too hungry. Oh, and by the way, so right now, all told, I think I've spent 250 lira, which is $9.22. So far, so good. And obviously, like I said, you're supposed to tip 10% at least. So you can add that onto the tab. I'm gonna catch the bus to go to the laundromat, but right near here, there's a really nice park. And then in front of me, there's this very interesting looking Roman aqueduct. So here's some Roman ruins, although it looks very intact. This is the Aqueduct of Valens. As you can see, the road just goes right through, the sidewalk just goes right through, and it is a pretty incredible structure. To think that this was built, I assume in 300s, that's when Constantinople became a Roman capital, was 330 AD, I think. I guess it could have been the 300s or 400s or 500s, but super impressive. And to see it in real life, to see how tall it is very cool. After a somewhat crowded bus ride, it took about 15 minutes, we arrived in another part of town, not too far away from where I live. Anyway, the shoe shop back there, you can see that you can get some Nikes for 250 lira, which coincidentally, that's what we've spent today on food. So I guess it's $9.22 is what you could get those shoes for. Well, as we can see, the laundry is totally full right now. People have rolled in their entire suitcase. I guess they're gonna be there all night. A couple weeks ago, I was there on a Saturday, and I was the only one there. So I'm surprised to see how busy it is right now. It's currently a Thursday night laundry club. Looks like there's another laundromat 15 minutes away. I'm gonna walk. And hopefully that one's not too busy. Okay, wow. So as I was walking down that street, it just kind of opened up, and there's like a sunken park here. You can see there's these big walls around the park. We're descending, walking down the ramp, and also it seems like there's a cafeteria down here and maybe a carnival or something going on. It's a really nice park, very green. There's palm trees in the middle. There's basketball courts over here and even a little soccer field. Fountains, flowers. Wonder how many other people brought their dirty clothes with them tonight to the park. Over here, this is filled with sand, so you can take your kids in there and play in the sand. And then there's a walking path that I'm on that's a little softer. And then they even have some exercise equipment around. And the local cats are here, as usual. Someone just walked past me and they smelled really good, really fresh. That must mean I'm getting close to the laundromat. Moment of truth. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. We're good. All right, so apparently Saturdays is the day to come come to the laundry. Like I said, last time I did laundry, nobody was there. But I can tell you the most important thing that I learned is that there's obviously different sizes of machines, and the price is slightly different depending on the size. So one of the machines has like a 28 kilogram weight, one has a 14 kilogram weight, and one has a 10 kilogram weight. All right, so about an hour later, I spent 120 Turkish lira, or about $4.50. And I'm on my way home. Bus ride took about 10 minutes, and now we're back in the neighborhood. Doing all this laundry is making me hungry. Let's go get our third meal of the day and see how much everything costs. So what I usually get when I come here is we've got the tavuk, and it's basically a wrap. So it's kind of like a chicken wrap for 100 lira, which is about $3.70. So right there's the chicken. It comes with all kinds of herbs and spices, and it's got kind of a strong, maybe like almost maybe it's cilantro, maybe it's basil. You can see this thing is pretty big, so for $3.70. All right, so check this out. So it's kind of a barbecued chicken, and then there's some greens in there. Like I said, maybe that's basil, tomatoes, onions, herbs, spices, and it's good. It's good. It's pretty big. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time, but I would say it's probably the size of like 3 or 4 soft shells at Taco Bell, and certainly it's like at least 3 or 4 times as good. Maybe it's 10 times as good. All right, so the dinner. The wrap costs 100 Turkish lira, which is $3.70, plus water, which was 10 Turkish lira. And so that is $4.06 for that dinner. What do you think? Pretty good price, I think. So let's recap. This morning for breakfast, it was 2 coffees, 2 waters, 2 little pieces of chocolate, and 2 eggs for just under $4. And then for my second meal, it was half a chicken with the farro rice, with the lentil soup and salad and water for $5.35. And then just now, I had that chicken wrap with water, and that was $4.06 for a grand total of, get this, $13.28. Pretty incredible, I think. I knew I could do it for less than $20, but I didn't think I could do it for less than $15, so kind of surprised myself. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What did you think of the Turkish food? What did you think of the prices? And what do you think of Turkiye? Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Or as they say here, teşekkürler. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go fold some laundry.